Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dinjie. I'm from International Islamic University, Malaysia. I'm third year student from China and from Faculty of Economic. And today I want to do a summary and introduction of my term paper, the topic which is game theory and the Islamic economic. The focus of my term paper is to clarify the bias of Muslim scholars against two major interpermissible elements of game theory. First of all, I have a question for all the viewers watching my video. What is game theory? Game theory is mathematical modeling of rational behavior in interdependent situations. Game theory consists of these elements. First is players, the participants of the game, and second is strategy. The strategy is the action of each player of the game. And the third is payoff. The payoff of the player of the game usually represents by the matrix, but also written as a function in some cases. Okay, the fourth is information. The information is that all the information and things that the game players should know. And the fifth is the rationality. The game player is rational and maximizes his own gains. The essence of the game theory approach is interdependence. Each player's gain dependent not only on his own strategy but also on the strategy of the others. And the goals of the game theory research is equivalent. Since a change in the strategy is a participation in the game, causing a change in the profit, each player adjusts his strategy to maximize his profit. In such a situation, a stable strategy chooses the worth studying. A stable strategy is formed when the player chooses its own strategy and has no incentive to change the current strategy. Okay, then let me introduce the first prohibited elements in the game theory. From the point of view of the Islamic scholar, the Quran and the Sunnah are the sources of all morals of behavior in the Islamic economic, and the people must obey by the Quran and the Sunnah when engaging in Islamic activity. In the Islamic economic, people's complete rationality is limited by the Islamic law, and the desire are strictly controlled. As Muslims consider this is a test from the Allah, only by controlling the desire that one can be success in this world and the hereafter. On the other hand, traditional economists believe that human desire will be unlimited due to the scarcity of the resources. People increase their happiness in life by consistently satisfying their desire. And Adam Smith, the father of the economists, believed that no matter how selfish a person is, there is still goodness in his nature, which can make him feel happy. The experiment of Gottlieb Baker provides these points. So the hypothesis of selfishness in the game theory is just a hypothesis. In real life, only few people are really behave selfish. Then let me introduce the second prohibited elements in game theory of my term paper. That is profit maximization. Islamic economists forbid profit maximization because it is a manifestation of the inability to control one's desire, greed, and conflicts with Islamic morality. The famous Islamic economist Ahmed Sadiq believed that the maximization hypothesis is not really helpful for understanding the economic, and it is totally unacceptable for understanding any Islamic economic. Historically, Islamic scholars were not the only one who opposed perfect maximization. In China, Confucianism advocated that people, whenever king, officers, or commerce, must pursue economic interests on the moral basis. And the Greek philosopher Socrates, on the other hand, asked people to pay attention first to spiritual improvement rather than the pursuit of the material gain and honor. According to Tucker and Alex Lauder's game theory model, we know that the concept of win-win cooperation is automatically reflected, and this theory can be well integrated with the Islamic economic. The Islamic economic engaging cooperation in the market mechanism as long as it does not harm the interests of the others and does not monopolize in the market and not make it into unfair contract. Under the promise of game theory, cooperating parties can use the model to reduce in advance the options that are beneficial to both parties and promote cooperation. Third, to avoiding some unnecessarily competition such as price war. To conclude, the Islamic economist Hussein Nuzman defends Islamic economics as an application and knowledge of the Sharia to prevent social injustice, to realize the application of the resources to meet human needs, and to enable people to fulfill their obligation to Allah and social obligation. Therefore, game theory in economics is just a method of knowledge analysis. It can be effective tool for social and economic development if it used in a rational way in the concept of the Sharia. And the concept of the win-win cooperation in game theory can be used in reduce unnecessarily suspicion between people. And in conjunction with maslaha concept, when the economic grows rapidly, people's employment problem will be solved accordingly, and when people become rich, they will engage in public service activities to help the poor, whenever out of the good will or because of the fame. Therefore, Islamic economists should accept the concept of the game theory, and with some of the improvement, and it will have the opportunity to benefit the whole society. That's all for me. Thank you so much for watching.